labor movement has not moved fast enough. Sorry, I wanted to be dramatic. This is a very random topic. I just decided this on the way home, but yeah, man, full-time job, more like full-time suck, or full-time job, more like full-time suck. There you go. That's better. Okay. Yeah. I'm merely remarking upon the fact that it's fucking just exhausting. Like, going to work for 40 hours a week, 40 plus hours a week, and then coming home and being like, okay, let's do stuff now. It's fucking exhausting. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't know. It's dumb because, like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, a 4-day work week, that sounds amazing. But in reality, like, I just want a 4-day work week so I could work the 5th day. I mean, obviously, working upon my own volition and on my own things. So I suppose it's less work than work, but still, like, Jesus Lord. I know I shouldn't be complaining because, you know, I have a job, and that's good and nice, and especially now that we're, like, heading into a recession or whatever. It's my first one, thank you. I don't know. Maybe I'll just, like, bundle, like, 3 topics into this one. Okay, so, here we go. Full-time job. Sucks. Don't like it. If I could do a part-time job and somehow make the same amount of money, or at least enough money to, like, live, that'd be nice. I would do that. I guess everyone probably would. I mentioned this to Annalise in one of the comments because she had mentioned about how working and then doing stuff sucks, and I'm like, yeah, it totally does fucking suck. But yeah, like 40 hours a week is like just enough. It's just enough to, like, make it hard to do anything else. You know, you don't quite have enough time without sacrificing everything. And, you know, people pull that off all the time. People fucking work their little dooley dads off all goddamn week, working 60, 80 hours. How they do it, I don't know. I guess your body just gets used to it, or you'll just die early. Either way. There was a year before I got this place. How I paid for this place was I was working like 50-ish hours a week, kind of just for a whole year. Mostly was terrible, but I was avoiding life problems and drinking like no other. Drank every day. I'd go to work for 8 hours. I'd come home. I'd start drinking. I'd work for a few more hours every day. My whole day was working or cooking or cleaning, and that was it every single day. All the weekends did have some brevity to them, a little bit, you know, here and there. But yeah, during the week sucked. During the week really sucked. Yeah. So now that we're heading into recession, theoretically speaking, and this being my actual first recession, I don't know, my mind, I'm like, okay, it's a recession, whatever. But, like, when I think back to, like, 2008, and I didn't, you know, when I was, like, how old was I in 2008? I was, like, 12. I was, like, 12 when that kind of happened. So I didn't really have much context of what was going on. But, I mean, if it's, like, that bad or even close to that bad, then, like, yeah, I better keep my ass fucking right here, not move it anywhere. You know, people, meaning me, people consider getting better jobs, and they're just like, oh, you know, I could get a better job that probably pays more or whatever. But why the fuck would I be a new employee at a company going into a recession? Sounds like a terrible idea. A really terrible idea. So, I'm going to keep my ass right here. Just going to keep putting my fucking face into the ground. Sorry, I'm a little angry. I don't know why. I don't really understand why I'm angry. I just, it just hit me a little extra today. I don't know. I'm just noticing the picture's a little off center here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me fix this. Oh, this date also needs to be adjusted too. Hold on. Hold on. But yeah, man, I'm not sure. It's a shit show. All around. But, yeah, and like I just got health insurance. I turned 26 back in June of last year. And I was on my mom's health insurance until that point, and then I turned 26, and legally you get kicked off your parents' health insurance. And yeah, so my mom's still paying the exact same amount of money because one child or multiple children is the same to health insurance companies for some reason. And so my little sister is still on her health insurance, of course. So yeah, she's stuck with the same amount of money, paying the same amount of money for several more years. And I now have to be faced with a choice of, do I get health insurance or do I not? And I went without for 6 months, but I just got health insurance through my work. I was debating alternatives because, I mean, my works is like $3,000 a year, and it's kind of expensive. I don't really have like much wiggle room in my budget exactly. I mean, I do and I don't. It's weird because my money fluctuates considerably depending on how much I work and how the pay period breaks out, because, you know, some pay periods are like weirdly stacked in hours and some aren't because of like weekends and days and things like that. And then I have, you know, freelance money that was influxing and defluxing all the time, and so my spending and stuff was pretty high for a majority of the time that I've been recording it, which has been 8 months now. It's been pretty fluctuative, but yeah, so now, you know, I'm looking at like, okay, baseline, this is how much money I'll roughly make per pay period. That's how much money, you know, is going to be taken out because of health insurance. And like, to keep up with the goals that I've set for myself, which is $400 a month for savings, which, I mean, I think that's what, like a pretty small percentage of my income. I mean, it's still a lot, don't get me wrong, but let's see, is that right? 12%? I mean, I guess that's kind of a lot, but, you know, you listen to any financial person, they're like, save 30% of your income. I'm like, bitch, I literally can't. Yeah, so my moderate, I suppose I can call it moderate, $400 savings rate per month, $200 per pay period, etc., is probably not going to be realistically feasible. Sorry, excuse me. Not going to be realistically feasible in a average month. Now that is with $480 or $500 basically budgeted for groceries and discretionary purchases, which is not very much because I mean, I've had multiple months where I'm spending like $1,000, $1,500 on random shit, mostly fast food, but you know, we're working on it. We're figuring it out. But even then, like, I can only cut my grocery budget so much. So yeah. Health insurance is expensive. But on a positive note, my health insurance does have $0 doctor's visits, right? $0 urgent care visits, right? And therapy sessions are counted as the same as a doctor's visit. So those are also $0. So I have an appointment with the therapist on Thursday. Because that is one very easy solid way for me to get some value out of this, because I don't really go to the doctor very much, although I will be making an appointment with my PCP to just do like routine stuff and also check on some things, but yeah. Don't know. So all in all, yes, it's good to probably get used to paying for health insurance. Am I gonna like it at all? No, it's really fucking up my numbers, honestly. It's really fucking up my numbers. Anyway, yeah, it's hard to make stuff. Today was exhausting. And now I'm supposed to spend an hour plus. I worked, 10 hours today. I'm supposed to spend an hour plus doing other stuff, fun stuff that also takes time and energy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm cut out for all this. If you had asked me a year ago how I felt about it, I'd just been like, fucking grind for it, fucking go, and just like work. And because that's how I was. So I was working just really, really a lot. Okay, not a year, maybe like a year and a half. But you ask me now, and I'm like, I just want to chill. Like, I like doing creative stuff. I like doing it very vocationally and very like voluntarily. But it's a lot of effort and a lot of energy. I don't know. I'm just complaining because I can. Don't read into it too much, I suppose, because it's just whatever. On a positive note, we are shifting from the topic onto miscellaneous. And look at that! Look at that cute-ass grocery shopping cart. I spent a good minute doing that before I started because I forgot I hadn't made a clean version yet to where like everything was all cut out and stuff. Because here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we've got this guy right here, right? So he is this guy, whatever, is all, all the pieces. This is the outline. So if there was additional like segments behind this segment, it would show, right? So I had to sort of divide everything, cut stuff up, join things, combine things, and make it so that everything can show up transparently without any issues, right? So that all looks nice. Compare that to this. You got these overlaps that you kind of have to take care of that are no longer present here, and, et cetera, et cetera. So spent a good 20 minutes doing that before I started because I really wanted to get the fucking grocery shopping cart on the goddamn stream. Although this isn't a stream. The goddamn vlog video. I'm just not feeling it today. Although complaining about it's made me feel better. So maybe I will. I don't know. I think there was other things I was going to talk about. I didn't go grocery shopping today. I didn't do video stuff yesterday. Or the day before. I've kind of fallen off of it, unfortunately. I was going for about, 2-3 days? And I was like, yeah, I could do this. This feels normal. This feels good. And the weekend came. Didn't do much. Monday came and went. I didn't do anything. Decided to go to bed early. Today I'm just like, now pooped. I'm now pooped. But yeah. It's not fun. I don't recommend this whole working thing. It sucks. It makes me feel like I really wasted my childhood for not working more. For not doing more stuff when I was a kid, when I had more free time. And what a shitty thought. Like, I don't know. You want to get really meta with it? We could totally do that, or not meta, but just like really existential with it. Like, I mean, we literally are just like animals walking around, like doing shit. We created the system. We participate in it. There's no like point. There's no like inherent point to what we're doing besides trying to live a decent life within the boundaries of the system that we created, you know. Sinking into poverty sucks, so we try to avoid that, right? But, you know, if the shit parts didn't exist, I mean, if you just like lived in the woods and like scavenged and hunted and stuff, I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying I want to go back to hunter-gatherer times exactly, because I probably would not excel at that either. But of course, that's a whole different thing, so, you know, who knows. I'm just saying that our purpose here on this planet is not necessarily to make money. It's just to like exist. Like, there's no inherent purpose behind our existence. It's just like what we're doing is the purpose. Like the act of breathing and like walking and eating and stuff, like that's it. That's the whole purpose. And so when I get down to that basic level, like, I don't feel guilty for not doing more. I feel annoyed that I have to do more. So, yeah. How do's brains makes those two come together? You know what I mean? Because sometimes I just want to sit here and do nothing. Sometimes I want to sit around and watch television. Sometimes I want to spend 8 hours fucking making stuff. But somehow, whatever it is, it's always the wrong decision. I don't know. It's never actually the wrong decision. It's all not really that terribly important. But I don't know. It's weird. You can go pretty deep in that sector, so I'm gonna not go that deep in that sector. I am enjoying making these, so I appreciate the opportunity to rant about random shit on a seemingly daily basis, which is odd. It's an odd turn of events that I was not expecting to happen. I just was like, okay, I'll use this channel to randomly film stuff and talk about stuff, just like very, very freely and openly and just whatever. But it's turned into a daily thing somehow. I don't know how, but it has. So yeah, anyway, I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. I will not be such a negative Nancy next time. Just had to get it out a little bit today because capitalism sucks and I don't like it. But I do enjoy some parts of it. Like, there are parts of my job that I do really enjoy. Does that mean that I don't get exhausted? No, because I do. Very much so. Get exhausted. So, and I want to put an hour into editing on that video or something, but I don't really want to. Plus, there's that element that I need to buy a year of Storyblocks, which is like $360 or something, and I don't really want to spend that money because I'm not sure that it's going to be well spent, since I'm already only halfway through one video and I'm already feeling kind of iffy about that video. Like, I don't know. If I can download like the equivalent of $1 a piece, I think I'll be happy. Because once I download them, once I have them, they are mine. The license is perpetual. So that's a nice bonus of Storyblocks. But I'm a bit weary about spending the money. And of course, I could try to go the route of not spending the money and presenting some level of mehness for the videos in general. Or I could try to spend hours upon hours learning how to make the thing that I want to make and make it look the way that I want it to look. The decisions are a little hefty, you know what I mean? It's a little large. So, kind of in a stuck point at this moment. Because I'm about to the point of editing that video where like I'm going to need assets and stuff. And I probably should just pull the trigger and waste the money. On that. Because, you know, there's a decent chance that I'll keep going. There's also an equally, if not greater, decent chance that I will not. So, I don't know. And so, subsequently, you get to hear about it. The evac meetings have been moved to Wednesdays, so tomorrow we'll be meeting. And I get to show them the little social media graphics I made, and we can decide moving forward what we're gonna do and a little bit of stuff like that. So maybe that'll invigorate me a little bit for tomorrow. Maybe I'll just call tonight a wash, although that does mean I'm giving in to my impulsivity. You don't win. You just can't win. I can't win no matter which way I turn. I did the things I needed to do today. I showed up at my job. I did the money making stuff, which it looks like based on the numbers that I calculated this morning, that I will have to work 45 hours a week, to include the 5 hours of overtime, to get close to breaking even. The base numbers that I calculated were still leaving me like negative $200 a month. There's not much wiggle room there. But then again, it's hard to say without the certainty of seeing it, so we'll see how it plays out. The estimates that I do are almost always wrong. So, I don't know. All this to say that I'm just a little tired. A little tired by the dauntingness of existence and reality. I'm sure you can relate. Sorry. I'm sure you can relate with that sentiment. And my nose is itchy. But on a positive note, T-Mobile Tuesday had a free Firehouse Subs sub today, and I utilized the shit out of that. So I got dinner for a whopping $4 soda purchase. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I didn't go grocery shopping today. But I probably will be back on it tomorrow. I've actually been enjoying that. That part I've actually been kind of enjoying. I mean, the grocery shopping is meh, but the cooking is nice. So that trend, I think, might have a positive outcome. Again, we're only 5 days into the grocery shopping thing, so we'll see how far that goes. But, okay, this has been long enough. I'm sorry. I hope you have a good Tuesday night and have a good week and Wednesday and everything. And hopefully you feel in a much more balanced place in your life than I do at this present moment. Granted, if you'd asked me this like a few days ago, I'd probably been like, yeah. So obviously I'm a bit all over the place. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow probably. Have a good one. Ta-ta.